was little, I had a Luke Skywalker action figure. When I was 4 years old, I distinctly remember holding my little Luke Skywalker action figure and telling myself that I would always remember this moment. And I still remember that moment.
Apparently so.
It's one of those few that are seared into my memory. And then when they were doing the reboot, the prequel, the pre-trilogy, ugh, that's a gross word, I was up for the role of the young Anakin Skywalker. And, oh yeah. Oh yeah. And I can talk about it now, but I couldn't talk about it then because it was top secret. And so they flew me up to San Francisco, and there was a limo driver that came and they picked me up at the airport to take me to Skywalker Ranch to meet George Lucas. And I wasn't allowed to even tell the limo driver that I was up for the part because it was that top secret. I had to say I was going in for an ADR looping session. And so...
Because the limo drivers need to know that stuff.
They needed to know that stuff. Yeah, I'm sure I was a really bad liar. He was like, oh yeah, this is obviously another Anakin. But got up there, and literally, they said they had cast the young Anakin in the previous movie, and he had told someone about it, and so they fired him and cast someone else. So the kid that we saw wasn't the one that they first cast. So they really scared you. So I wasn't allowed to tell anyone but my agent about it. And got up to Skywalker Ranch, got to play in George Lucas's office with Luke Skywalker's lightsaber. I mean, the real thing. It was like, wow, this is awesome. And I did a lot of stuff. I was like, all right, how do I make myself look cool and interesting? So I had like 45 minutes right before I went in to meet with him. So I went, like, wandered around the grounds on his property and purposefully stepped in a stream because I was like, that'll make a good story. I'll have stepped in a stream. So I came in with like one wet leg. And what I didn't go over like as well as I thought it would. And so I got out and I was just so excited. I wanted to tell somebody that I had just been to Skywalker Ranch. Had a little time before my flight back to LA. So I went into the city, into San Francisco. I went into this pizza place, and I wanted to call my best friend from junior high school and tell him about it, but I couldn't do it because I knew that if word could get out and I could be totally screwed. And so I went into this pizza place, and I got a slice of pizza, and I was like, listen, man, to the pizza guy, I gotta get this off my chest. Guess where I just was? He said, I don't know. I was just at Skywalker Ranch auditioning for the role of the young Anakin Skywalker. And he was like, no shit, dude. That's amazing. My parents own the property right next to Skywalker Ranch. And my cousin is Natalie Portman. What's your name? And I was like, Misha Collins.
Oh, there's your big mistake.
Jim Bieber. It was one of the worst moments of my life. And I walked out, I walked about a block away, and then I came back in. I actually waited in line again at the pizza place, and I got up to the counter, and I was like, hey, don't tell anybody that. Anyway, I didn't get the part.
When